5 tips menghindari virus corona. Sering mencuci tangan dengan sabun dan air mengalir minimal selama 20 detik. Dan pastikan seluruh bagian tangan dicuci bersih agar terhindar dari kuman. Jika tangan Anda sedang dalam keadaan tidak bersih, disarankan tidak menyentuh mata, hidung, dan mulut. Hindari kontak fisik dengan orang yang sedang sakit. Jaga jarak setidaknya 2 meter dengan orang di sekitar Anda. Selalu gunakan masker saat Anda keluar rumah. Dan tetaplah di rumah jika tidak ada keperluan mendesak. 3 tips menggunakan masker secara tepat. Sebelum menggunakan masker, cuci tangan Anda menggunakan sabun dan air yang mengalir, atau gunakan alkohol khusus pembersih tangan. Saat menggunakan masker, tutupi mulut dan hidung Anda, pastikan tidak ada celah antara wajah dan masker. Ganti masker secara rutin sesuai dengan jenis masker yang Anda pakai. Saat melepas masker, lakukan dengan melepas dari tali pengait dan jangan sentuh bagian depan masker. Lalu, segera buang masker ke dalam tempat sampah yang tertutup. Cuci tangan dengan sabun dan air yang mengalir atau alkohol khusus pembersih tangan.
For the far post, what a finish! It's going up, it goes down, it bounces! What? Killing spree! Through it in the one, goes for the triple tap!
What does a hero truly need?
On the new bird, that was a nightmare. How about here? All I can say is absolutely perfect.
Hello everyone, welcome to Women's World Festival, an online festival experience by PK Entertainment. Dan sekarang bersama saya, Ayu Utami. Hai semuanya, sudah ada perempuan cantik di sebelah saya. Yeah, okay. So right now, we are talking about self-defense for women. Okay, ini ada sedikit penjelasan. Kenapa sih kita sekarang ada bersama dengan Simon Julia, Simi di sebelah saya. Ini ada hubungannya dengan pentingnya menjaga diri dari tindak kejahatan. Gitu ladies. Nah, perempuan itu kan seringkali menjadi target kejahatan ya, karena mungkin dianggap sebagai sosok yang lemah, tidak berdaya, jadi gampang dijambret, gampang diapa-apain gitu. Nah, bahkan ini ada data nih, ini saya bacakan ya. Menurut data yang diambil dari Komnas Perempuan, ada sebanyak 280.710 kasus kekerasan terhadap perempuan terjadi di tahun 2014 sendiri. Itu sebanyak itu, 280.000 kasus. Itu yang ketahuan ya. Nah, angka itu lebih tinggi dibandingkan kasus kekerasan yang terjadi di 2013, yakni 2.634.263.285 kasus. I correct that. 263.285 kasus. Luar biasa sih, ini gede banget. Hingga saat ini kasus kekerasan pun masih menjadi bayangan kelam bagi para perempuan Indonesia, pasti banget. Dan kayaknya keinginan untuk melawan tuh ya udah deh, jadi kayak pengennya nyerah duluan gitu. Ya udah deh, takut nanti salah tindakan. Biasanya kayak gitu ya. Nah, that's why kita berada di sini itu pengen tahu at least basic untuk memproteksi diri sendiri kalau kita pengen traveling keluar sendirian. Jadi kita punya self confidence yang tinggi untuk melawan kekerasan di luar sana. Yeah. So today on this self defense 101 for women, we have with us Simone Julia, the brand ambassador of Under Armour. Ini nggak ada tepukan ya, gue deh yang tepuk tangan. Yay! Hai Simone. You look so healthy and happy. Sehat-sehat.
Yes.
Yay. Semoga dalam keadaan sehat selalu ya. Ya. Nah, Simone ini atau kita bisa panggil dengan nama akrabnya adalah Simi, will be sharing some tips and methods on how to protect yourself in every situation. Oke. Tapi sebelumnya saya tuh sangat penasaran sekali dengan perempuan yang punya keinginan untuk, you know what, I wanna try jiu-jitsu. Terus tiba-tiba menjadi national champions, terus ikut Asian Games, kayak, what? That's crazy. Nah, pengen cerita sih, jadi biar orang-orang di sini yang menonton, misalnya yang belum tahu nih, taunya kan Simi ini adalah seorang actress, terus sampai pas diposting di sosial mediaku pun, loh ini kan yang dulu ada di TV, sampai kayak gitu, iya sekarang jadi atlet guys, gitu. Nah, dia ini adalah national champion, dalam 2 tahun sudah bisa dipercaya ke Asian Games 2018 mewakili Indonesia. Dan sekarang ia dikenal sebagai Under Armour brand ambassador. Oke? Nah, please correct me if I'm wrong ya Simi ya. Jadi you are a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete, benar?
Betul.
Ya. Sebenarnya apa sih perbedaan Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu dengan Jiu-Jitsu itu sendiri?
Oke, jadi Jiu-Jitsu itu awalnya dari Jepang, traditional Jiu-Jitsu. Nah, itu lebih ke combat based, and that includes more there's more emphasis in striking, in throws, and joint locks. Tapi about 100 years ago, it moved to Brazil. There was a Japanese man. He moved to Brazil, and then the Gracie family kind of developed Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, di mana ada lebih banyak emphasis ke ground game. Jadi Jiu-Jitsu itu the meaning is the gentle art. Nah, jadi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is basically gimana cara orang bisa melawan saingan yang lebih besar dan lebih kuat, purely with technique, leverage, and joint locks. Karena rata-rata 90% of fights they end up on the ground, right? Jadi Jiu-Jitsu is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is one of the ways yang it's more important for women karena it's a way that we can not overpower, but we can beat men through technique and submissions, joint locks, gitu. Yeah.
Intinya seni bela diri ini sebenarnya sangat tepat untuk perempuan, untuk mengatasi orang-orang yang mengganggu dia jika bentuk fisiknya lebih besar dari dia gitu ya.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Nah, sebenarnya apa yang membuat kamu tertarik untuk mendalami bela diri ini dibanding misalnya bela diri yang lain gitu? Atau jangan-jangan banyak yang dikuasai nih?
No. Jadi ini sebenarnya it's a funny story. Sebelumnya aku nggak tahu apapun soal Jiu-Jitsu. I didn't know anything about it growing up. Tapi aku mulai nonton UFC kan, karena my husband watches a lot of UFC, and then I knew a little bit about it because of this woman, Ronda Rousey. Nah, dia sebenarnya bukan atlet jiu-jitsu, she's judo, tapi jiu-jitsu has elements of judo juga. Jadi the ground game itu newaza dari judo. And then just by chance I go out one night and then teman-teman yang baru mulai latihan jujitsu and then they just told me, they were like, you know what, you should learn jujitsu, nanti kamu bisa jadi kayak Ronda Rousey-nya Indonesia. And then I was like, oh really? Langsung okay, let's see. And then minggu berikutnya aku ikut kelas jujitsu di Alliance Jujitsu Indonesia sama Prof Dedi, and I was hooked and then I never looked back.
Wow, berarti memang panggilan jiwa aja gitu ya, udah rasanya soulnya udah ketemu sama jujitsu aja gitu feelingnya ya.
Kayaknya it was just like meant to be aja itu, it was just all by chance, and then sampai menjadi atlet juga pun it just all like it was meant to be. I don't know how to explain it.
Nah, itu dia. Pas banget pertanyaan saya berikutnya nih, Simi. Berbicara soal Asian, itu kan big deal banget ya, mewakili nama bukan hanya kota tempat kamu tinggal, tapi juga negara gitu. Itu big deal banget. Gimana akhirnya kala itu kamu dipercaya menjadi salah satu perwakilan dari Indonesia?
Jadi sebenarnya aku latihan even sebelum aku kerja di TV. Aku udah mulai latihan jujitsu kan, and then even while I was filming, I was still training jujitsu. Nah, nggak sesering sebelumnya sih, cuman tetap latihan, tetap tanding, like whenever I could. And then kebetulan, like I didn't really even know this, tapi I joined a competition that was a kejuaraan nasional and I won. Jadi gara-gara itu. Aku dipanggil untuk coba jadi atlet timnas, and then because I kept winning competitions, kejuaraan nasional, setelah syuting kelas internasional, kebetulan they asked me, like, you want to be a part of the national team? And then I joined the national team, and then I never looked back from there either.
And then how's your life? I mean, between menjadi seorang actress sama menjadi seorang atlet gitu. It's a very two different things. Apakah kamu masih menjalani keduanya atau you know what, I'm focusing on being athlete aja gitu?
I personally, my soul is a lot happier as an athlete. Bagi saya itu lebih, it's more fulfilling for myself, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, dibanding jadi aktris. Jadi, it's like, this is something that I've always wanted to do dari umur kecil sih. I've always been interested in sports. Dulu punya cita-cita mau jadi atlet basket. Tapi akhirnya, seems like my destiny was to be an athlete, tapi in jiu-jitsu. So, it's like a dream come true.
Dan akhirnya kamu juga dilirik sama Under Armour dan menjadi brand ambassador of Under Armour. Nah, ini gimana ceritanya sih? Sampai bisa sama brand kece, gitu pamer.
Jadi after Asian Games, cause aku udah lebih dari 5-6 tahun udah olahraga consistently. Di luar jiu-jitsu, aku juga strength training. I do a bit of like CrossFit, do a bit of yoga. Pokoknya semua olahraga, I just try it all. And then after Asian Games, aku dihubungin sama the brand manager of Under Armour, and he reached out and, you know, we spoke and I picked up some clothes and I fell in love with the brand, and
me too, girl.
Yes, hands down.
Me too.
Best decision.
Yes. Yeah. Terus ini kan mereka sedang highlight, yang mereka highlight sekarang itu adalah Hover Phantom 2. Ini lo lagi make nggak sekarang?
Yeah, it's actually, hang on one second, let me get it.
Okay. It's show off time. I want to show off mine too. Yay.
Nggak boleh pakai matras. So these, These are
Oh,
my hover phantom shoes.
coolest.
As you can
Oh,
see,
that's
they
so
are so
lit.
beautiful. Keren
I
nggak sih?
see.
Jadi
Iya.
ini dari kemarin aku udah pakai tiap hari.
Mm-mm.
And aku udah coba lari, udah coba agility, udah coba loncat-loncat. I've already tried like untuk pakai jalan-jalan, and they are my current favorite shoes.
Iya.
I can't wait. Aku belum nyoba lari with the Map My Run app, but that's the
Iya.
highlight of the shoe is that you can connect it to the Map My Run app. Nanti di Bluetooth in your earphones, the shoes nanti akan melatih kamu. Jadi the
Yes.
shoes will tell you like harus lebih cepat dikit atau you have to lengthen your stride, or it's going to tell you everything that you need to do to reach your goals. Jadi you set your goals, nanti sepatunya akan bantu kamu reach that goal. Jadi menurut aku itu keren banget. And they're
Itu
so
soalnya
comfortable.
kemarin itu pas banget sih, Mi. Kemarin itu aku ngeliat temenku udah pakai Hover 2 ini, si Hover Phantom 2 ini. Terus dia bilang, "Men, ini ada Bluetooth-nya." Terus aku kayak, "What? Sepatu apa yang ada Bluetooth-nya?" Terus udah yakin nih pasti si Mi juga make nih, nggak mungkin enggak.
Keren banget ya sih sepatu mana
Iya,
lagi
terus
ada
emang ada Bluetooth-nya, emang speaker doang ada Bluetooth.
that you in
Coolest,
technology.
coolest. Oke. Iya, oke. Kembali ke diri kamu sendiri sebagai seorang atlet ini. Menurut kamu sih, Simi, tidak banyak perempuan yang into jujitsu sebenarnya. Mereka mungkin taunya itu adalah bela diri yang lain yang udah common gitu. If you could say what are the benefits of knowing at least the basic of jujitsu ini buat perempuan tuh apa aja sih?
I think terutama itu it's the confidence you gain just from having the knowledge. Nah, that confidence you have itu nanti akan tersebar from yourself, like, and the way you carry yourself in the world and the way you present yourself. Itu kalau if you already know, you can defend yourself in any possible risky situations, then you're going to move through the world a little bit differently, bukan kayak orang yang takut-takutan atau mungkin kayak nervous
Paranoid.
untuk paranoid ngelakuin sesuatu. And then the way you present yourself juga berubah. Nanti if you're confident, cara jalannya mungkin lebih tegak, you're gonna look straight ahead, you're not gonna be living in fear. And I think that's the biggest thing sih kalau belajar self defense for women. And tapi like what I have to highlight is kalau self defense yang lain kan mungkin kalau boxing atau Muay Thai gitu-gitu, you have to rely on a lot of power and strength kan. Jadi belum tentu bisa
look at my
melawan
small world. Kayak so small.
Yeah.
kayak nggak guna gitu.
No. What with jiu-jitsu? Jadi belum tentu bisa ngelawan laki-laki. Rata-rata if you're going to be under attack itu mungkin dari laki-laki kan. Like I feel like female to female attacks isn't as common or as dangerous as male to female. Apalagi men are generally stronger, generally bigger than the women, especially in Indonesia. Jadi, that's where having at least the most basic form of self-defense comes in handy.
Tapi sebenarnya ada nggak sih, Simi, perbedaan dalam melawan misalnya perempuan maupun laki-laki, atau sebenarnya sama aja?
Yeah, there would be, because kalau lawan laki-laki, like I said before, like you can't rely on your strength all the time. Maybe nggak bisa ngandelin your power, maybe your speed. Tapi kalau perempuan lawan perempuan itu biasanya gimana ya? Like tarik rambut gitu kan?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ada apa sih dengan tarik-tarik rambut?
Oh no. Jadi buat lawan laki-laki yang pasti you have to be more smart. Jadi mungkin attack areas yang lebih sensitif. The more sensitive parts of the body itu kan mata, hidung, your throat, your groin, and then you would use things where kayak kalau mau tonjok orang itu mungkin susah kan untuk dapat the precise spot. You don't know if you have the right distance, if you have the right strength, gitu-gitu. Tapi misalnya kayak like, yeah, if you do elbow, it's a higher likelihood. So you can just bring the hand up the chin or on the eyes, kick the groin. Tapi intinya you don't want to engage in fights with men sih. Kalau woman to woman, I don't know.
Gitu ya.
Iya, jadi what you want to do is you want to disengage and you want to get away from the situation. Nah, tapi kan setiap situasi kan pasti berbeda. Jadi you have to be mindful of what situation you're in juga.
Oke. Nah, sebenarnya ada cara nggak sih, even pengen lihat prakteknya gitu. Misalnya cara sederhana, misalnya ada kan suka kalau cowok tuh catcalling atau misalnya nyentuh dari belakang gitu, cewek gitu, langsung dipelintir, terus tiba-tiba dia jatuh gitu, kayak keren abis. I don't know, I'm just making things up. I mean like Bruce Lee making things up. Yeah. Like abis dijatuhin, terus pegang hidung gitu.
Yeah, those are
ada ya
the
basic
movie.
buat orang yang nggak punya knowledge gitu.
Ada dong. Jadi
Ada.
yeah, should I demonstrate or? Tapi first things first, you have to be mindful of the situation ya. Jadi bukan semua situasi like you have to react to the catcalling. Jadi misalnya kalau kamu lagi jalan malam-malam, terus ini you know like you have to look around, you see ada orang lain nggak di sekitarnya, atau like is he with a group of other people atau apa, then you don't want to engage kan like in catcalling. Tapi if it's during the day, there's a lot of people around, then you're going to react differently to the situation, right? But I can show some very, very basic moves that you can do from standing and then from the ground. Jadi if the fight gets to the ground juga, you know what to do.
Okay. But before that, I have my husband as well, yang bisa jadi figuran untuk saya pelintir-pelintir. Just in case ruangnya cukup. Tapi mungkin ada beberapa gerakan yang nggak bisa aku tiru juga kali ya, yang hanya bisa Simi kasih lihat saja.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Let's see how it goes.
Oke. Baiklah.
Alright.
Coba figuran saya dipanggil dulu juga.
Let's see the lucky man.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I can do this to my husband. Yay. Ya kan duduk di sini.
Oh, duduk.
Iya, duduk dulu. Kita lihat dulu. Kan kita lihat dulu Simi ngapain. Oke. So I'm going to move this a bit. Yeah. There you go.
Hello.
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 Oke, Simi.
Okay.
In case dia nggak ngasih gue jajan, gue harus ngapain?
Yeah, girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Jadi yang pertama that I'm gonna show is kalau ada yang grab your wrist. Ini kan sering kejadian. Mungkin lagi ribut sama your husband or your boyfriend, or he's trying to take you home. Be like, you don't want to go home, atau random di jalanan trying to grab your wrist.
Yeah.
Jadi everyone, Ronaldo, he's my partner for the day.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hi. Okay.
Jadi ini kan he's grabbing my wrist, right? Now the first thing you want to do, kan rata-rata cewek nanti instingnya kan masih mau tetap lari kayak no, run away. That's not gonna work, right?
Yeah.
Jadi what you want to do, you want to drop your weight. Jadi you bring your gravity of center down. You become heavier. Pegang wrist. Wait, can't see the camera. Here, you grab your own wrist.
Okay.
Puterin, and then up, and then you run.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, jadi if you look, di wristnya dia lagi tegak, ini there's a gap di sini kan,
Yes.
right? Jadi what you want to
Yeah,
do
there's a
kalau
gap.
kamu mau ke sini, then you can take it out easier, ya kan?
Oh, oke.
Coba lagi.
Ya.
Yes. So first, coba
Okay.
ini,
Mm-mm.
you're pulling, right? Instead of fighting, you're gonna go that way.
Ya.
You drop your weight,
Ya.
put it in your wrist, grab
Okay.
your fist, and you grab it.
Ya.
And
Yeah.
you want to twist your wrist to the place where the gap is. Jadi,
Oh, oke.
use all of it. Yes. And then run
Yeay.
sambil teriak-teriak. Kalau
Yeay.
No.
enggak.
No.
No.
Give me money. Give me money.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Okay,
one.
I get
Very-
that.
Itu
Oh, that was fun.
aja sih, like you want to use your body weight against them. If you use your whole
Okay.
body weight tarik ke sana, tapi you want to get into the gap of your wrist. Begini, ya kan?
Oh, oke. Ya.
Kalau begini kan susah tuh. Tapi kalau
Iya.
begini, you can just slide it out. Ya kan? Because your fingers are weak.
Yeah, yeah. This one, right?
Yeah, and then you pull it out that way. There. So if you just remember that concept,
yes.
there. Yeah, if you
Yes.
remember that concept, nanti kalau if you get into any of that situation, you just remember that concept. Twist your wrist, grab your own
Okay.
fist, so that you have more strength. Kan, kalau if you're doing two hands on one and your body weight, you're gonna beat any guy. Like mau sekuat apapun, you can beat him.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then run away sambil teriak-teriak, make some noise. You're in danger.
All right. Awesome. So, do you have another one?
Yeah. So this is gonna be from
Yeah.
behind.
Okay.
Other way.
Yeah. This one
Okay.
I'm just gonna watch because I have small space here.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
So this is if just do the bear hug. So if someone grabs you from behind, can you see?
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes,
you grab
I
me
can
from
see.
behind. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait, there's a wall. So I'm gonna be here. Right?
Okay.
Grab from the behind. What you want to do, the first thing you want to do is when you lift your arms up as you come down. That will automatically, can you come down a little bit more? Open his arms, right?
Okay.
You see that? Go lagi ya.
Yes.
Jadi, sorry. Ini ya, grab me from behind. You don't want to go like, oh, I can't, you know. Nggak bisa kan?
Okay.
Langsung at the same time, you bring your arms up and you drop your weight. So you go up, langsung buka,
Oh. Okay.
and then you turn back. Then you can grab his hips and his knees.
Yeah.
And then you just use your body weight. If you see from here, no,
Yeah.
I have to show the feet. Sorry. So, jadi you're gonna end up here,
Yes.
cup behind the knees, and then just
Yeah.
push them back.
What?
Run away.
That's insane. Wah, keren banget. Oke, oke. Berarti use your body weight untuk menjatuhkan gitu ya.
Well, body weight, and then if you put your feet,
Yeah.
important is here. Jadi
Oke.
kalau udah di sini, if your feet are behind,
Oh, oke, I see.
if my feet is here, and then if I
Yeah.
push him that way, mau nggak mau dia pasti jatuh, no matter what, ya kan?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
if I'm grabbing him here too, you just use your head on his abdomen.
Oke. Wow. Oke. Terlihat
Yeah.
terlihat mudah bagimu ya, Simi. Hopefully.
Well, within our
No,
practice, it's easy.
itu itu akan aku praktikkan ke suami sih, akan kita coba sih nanti.
Yeah, you should definitely.
Yeah,
And that I
you
think
should.
is important, terutama buat rape prevention for
Yeah.
women, is if you get into a situation where you're down on the floor and misalnya a man gets on top of you, get on mount, right? And then maybe he's going to try to choke me, he's going to try to punch me or whatever, and you feel like you're trapped. Like
Yes.
you can't get out because he's got all of his weight on you, right?
Okay.
So what you do, the first thing you do is you're going to bring your feet close to your butt here, and then hip bump, right? So as soon as you hip bump, nanti tangannya akan jatuh ke lantai.
Yeah.
Move your arms back to it, right? And then you just trap one of the arms. Can you see?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Hook one of the legs, and then.
Oh, so you just grab one arm.
So you basically isolate one side of his body. Jadi,
Yes.
kind of the same concept as, can I try to roll you this way? Right, so he's on top, right?
Yes.
You want to get him to, you want to isolate one side of the body so that you can rotate him over. Jadi, up,
Okay.
right? Trap the arm,
Yes.
and then your foot comes over here. So now, ini kan sisi kanan badannya udah, he doesn't have any base here. Then tinggal,
Dorong. Okay.
and then you're out of there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another thing you
Yes,
can do, and
I
all
remember
of these
this.
things are things that you can do with men that are bigger and stronger than you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Semoga bisa dipraktikkan sama banyak perempuan yang sedang menonton ini nih.
Yeah.
Nah, sama satu lagi, aku tuh mau ngingetin buat teman-teman yang sedang menonton show kita berdua, bahwa nanti akan ada giveaway. Jadi stay tune, nggak cuma di sini, tapi juga di sosial medianya Women's World Festival dan Under Armour Southeast Asia, dan juga di YouTube channelnya. Jadi jangan lupa ya, akan ada giveaway yang seru banget dari Under Armour. Yeah. Oke. Sekarang pertanyaan gue lagi. Untuk menghafal gerakan-gerakan basic ini tuh kira-kira butuh berapa lama ya untuk have the correct moves gitu? Untuk Simi sendiri gimana?
It all comes back to repetition, right? Jadi, however long it takes for it to become muscle memory. Jadi itu yang paling penting buat gerak-gerakan ini, because you never know how you're going to react kalau dalam situasi yang like a difficult situation or an emergency situation, kan orang rata-rata pada panik, mungkin bakal lupa like what you're supposed to do. So you need to get it to a point where it becomes muscle memory. Jadi you don't even have to think. The moment you get into a situation like this, your body udah instinctively tahu harus ngapain. And yeah, I mean that it all depends on how much time you put into it. Jadi kalau if you practice every day berapa puluh kali sehari misalnya, I mean you might be able to get this into muscle memory within a month or so. Tapi you know, if you're only doing it every once in a while, and then you don't do it, and then you know you try it again, it's gonna take a lot longer. Jadi susah sih untuk berapa lama. Ya.
Oh iya. Nah, kalau untuk diri kita sendirinya itu Simi, ada perlu latihan khusus nggak sih, atau misalnya di luar bela diri untuk menambah power tenaga perempuan gitu? Kadang-kadang kan kalau di perempuan itu mostly either power di lengan atau di core, biasanya kurang strong enough gitu. Itu perlu nggak sih kalau untuk jujitsu? ada bagian-bagian harus dikuatkan nggak sih?
No, because nanti pas udah latihan jujitsu, your whole body
Oke.
is going to gain strength and flexibility and all of those things through the training itself. Jadi you don't need to have any kayak harus bisa ini sebelum mulai jujitsu atau harus sekuat ini atau apa. There are no requirements. Like any size, any age, any physical ability.
Ya.
Ya banyak yang nanya ini karena banyak orang mungkin kira jujitsu itu, you have to be gimana gitu, like harus sudah bisa
Iya,
ini.
iya.
Don't, like anyone can ini.
Iya,
anak
harus
kecil
fleksibel
udah-
kah gitu.
Enggak, nanti you will develop that with time, with the training.
Iya, iya,
Ya.
iya.
All levels, all ages.
Nah, satu lagi misalnya nih, ini ada sih, misalnya aku pernah mengalami gitu di kendaraan umum, misalnya gitu. Ada yang masuk, so you are in a tight room gitu ya, ada di kendaraan umum yang notabene sempit, tapi ada misalnya pencopet yang mengancam dengan senjata tajam gitu. So tadi berkaca dari penjelasan Simi bahwa cerdas dalam bertindak. Jadi kalau berusaha avoid situation. Nah, ini aplikasinya bagaimana? Kalau misalnya yang terancam adalah diri kamu gitu dengan senjata tajam di ruang sempit seperti kendaraan umum gitu.
Yeah, I mean that all comes back to you.
Oke.
Tapi menurut aku itu nothing is worth your safety,
Oke.
your personal life. I mean you don't know nih orang mungkin segila apa atau senekat apa, and your wallet is not worth it. Like you can get that money back, you can get everything that's in it back. Tapi I personally wouldn't engage, and I wouldn't recommend anyone else to, because you just don't know what you're up against. And if he has a weapon like that, save yourself first. Yeah.
But of course, last but not least, aku sendiri percaya kalau misalnya kita sebagai perempuan tahu basic self defense itu akan meningkatkan percaya diri seperti tadi di awal Simi bilang gitu ya.
Ya.
Jadi rasanya tuh pede kalau mau pergi sendiri, solo traveling atau even keluar rumah sendiri gitu. Ada nggak sih Simi punya pesan nggak sih kepada perempuan-perempuan di sana untuk at least know the basic of self defense lah gitu?
Learn jujitsu. No, tapi selain itu, you should just be mindful every
menjadi muscle memory.
Yes. For self-defense, ya.
Yeah, for self defense gitu. Jadi
Then
biar
plan
ingat
for you.
kalau misalnya ada yang nyenggol langsung gitu.
Yes.
Well, we have come to the end of this session. Simi, thank you so much for your time. Terus terima kasih juga for every lovely ladies yang ada mungkin di luar sana yang menonton kami berdua, udah join kita berdua and supporting Women's World Festival. And for Simon Julia, thank you so much for giving us your time and your energy and your knowledge to us. Terima kasih banyak.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for hosting. And
Yay.
yeah, if any of you want to learn jujitsu, hit me up. I will help you.
Thank you so much, Simi. And remember, ladies, Women's World Festival is an online festival experience by PK Entertainment. Ini masih berjalan sampai jam 6 sore nanti. Masih banyak banget yang bisa kamu saksikan di sini. And keep a lookout for other fun, interesting session setelah ini, okay? And we will also be launching our Indonesian Online Festival Volume 3 very soon. Stay safe, stay productive and healthy. Dan jangan lupa giveaway-nya cek di social media dan YouTube channel. Giveaway cek kalau kata anak TikTok. And thank you so much, Simi. Selamat istirahat dan sehat selalu. Juga buat tim PK Entertainment. Good day, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.